Chapter 1. The Quiet Cost of Comfort. Ethan lived a life that felt safe. He worked his job, paid his bills, and repeated the same routine every week. Nothing was wrong, yet nothing was changing. His bank account never grew, and his dreams stayed postponed for someday. One evening, while reviewing his expenses, Ethan realized something unsettling. Comfort was expensive. Streaming subscriptions, impulse purchases, eating out to avoid cooking, none of it felt harmful alone, but together they quietly drained his income. The first habit he needed to stop wasn't laziness, it was unconscious spending. Money leaked away because he never told it where to go. He learned his first rule of making money. You must protect what you earn before you can grow it. He created a simple budget, not to restrict his life, but to give his money purpose. That small act gave him something new: control. Chapter 2. Trading time without building value. Ethan believed hard work guaranteed success, but despite long hours, his income stayed the same. A conversation with a freelancer changed everything. "You're paid for time," she said, "not value." That idea hit him hard. He had to stop the habit of believing effort alone was enough. To make money, he needed skills that created leverage, skills that could earn even when he wasn't clocked in. He started learning one valuable skill after work: digital marketing. Instead of scrolling social media, he studied, practiced, and applied what he learned to small projects. The habit he stopped: consuming without creating. The habit he built: learning skills that scale income. Money, he realized, flows toward value, not exhaustion. Chapter 3. The Addiction to Instant Rewards. Ethan noticed a pattern. Whenever he felt stressed, he spent. When bored, he scrolled. When tired, he quit early. These behaviors stole more than money, they stole focus. To make money, he had to stop chasing instant comfort and start tolerating short-term discomfort for long-term gain. He delayed gratification by setting clear goals and small rewards only after progress was made. Instead of buying new gadgets, he invested in tools for his skill. Instead of wasting weekends, he worked on side projects. The habit he stopped: seeking pleasure before progress. The habit he built: discipline that compounds over time. Slow growth suddenly felt powerful. Chapter 4. Fear disguised as logic. Ethan had ideas: freelancing, starting a small online service, but he always talked himself out of them. "What if it fails?" sounded logical, but it was fear wearing a smart mask. He learned that wealth often requires calculated risk, not recklessness. Playing too safe kept him poor. So he started small. He took one freelance client, then another. Mistakes happened, but so did growth. The habit he stopped: overthinking instead of acting. The habit he built: learning by doing. Money favors action, even imperfect action. Chapter 5. The Trap of Trying to Look Rich. As Ethan's income increased, temptation returned. New clothes, upgrades, status symbols, it all whispered, "You've earned this." But he remembered a critical truth: looking rich keeps you broke. He chose reinvestment instead of appearance. Profits went into better tools, education, and savings. He learned the difference between assets, things that make money, and liabilities, things that take it. The habit he stopped: spending to impress. The habit he built: building wealth quietly. True financial power didn't need applause. Chapter 6. Who you listen to matters. Ethan noticed something else. Advice from broke people kept him stuck. Friends mocked his discipline and questioned his ambition. So he changed his inputs. He read books, followed mentors, and surrounded himself, physically and digitally, with people who valued growth. To make money, he had to stop normalizing struggle and start normalizing strategy. The habit he stopped: listening to limiting voices. The habit he built: learning from people who had results. Your income, he realized, often mirrors your environment. Chapter 7. Money as a tool, not a master. Years later, Ethan was financially stable, earning from multiple sources. But what surprised him most wasn't the money, it was the peace. Money stopped being a source of stress and became a tool for freedom. He used it to buy time, support family, and invest in future opportunities. The final habit he stopped: believing money was the goal. The habit he built: using money to design a meaningful life. He understood now, wealth isn't built overnight. It's built by stopping the habits that drain you and committing to habits that compound. And once those habits are in place, money follows.